Greetings and welcome. Today I'd like to share with you something that is very, very helpful as far as getting some energy out and also relax the body. It's very invigorating. It's better than a cup of tea or coffee, actually. It's called the breath of life or the breath of joy. And first we'll just go and start to ground and send the breath downward, and then I'll introduce the breath of joy. And I hope that this session helps you in every way to relax and de-stress and give you yet another tool in our 15-minute mindfulness. So taking our seat, and you could do this standing as well, feeling your feet on the ground. You can pick your toes up. You can put your heels up, and let's move in a cross-like fashion. So coming up on the toes, coming up on the heels, and so the heels are up now as we come up on the toes, and then we push down into the earth through our heels and our toes are up, and then planting our feet on the ground, go side to side as if it was a skiing-like motion. So here we want to get the proprioceptors, the cells that help us to distinguish that where we are in space. And that's a really good thing to keep very much primed so we don't lose that ability to know where we end and begin and getting a sense of our bodies in space. So coming to stillness with that side motion. And now pick up the toes one more time, leave the majority of the foot on the earth, and then plant the toes. And sometimes you can plant one at a time. Relax the foot, you can do that with the breath, so take a breath in, exhale, and feel the feet no longer grasping. They're just resting on the earth. Can you feel the outline of your feet on the earth? We're going to come into a grounded Tadasana mountain pose, pushing into the feet. Let the inner parts of the thighs come together, not necessarily touching, just this affinity, this attraction towards one another. And this is called active legs, which is very wonderful for toning. So there's a pushing down, there's a pulling towards one another, and then push into the pelvic bones, push into that pelvic triangle, and watch what happens to the upper torso. Do you feel that feeling of elation? That's going to free the spine. It's going to help to put space between the vertebrae, and that's going to help the energy centers to rotate in their distinct orientation. So each of the chakras that go from crown all the way to the base of the spine, what they do is they spin in opposite directions, and that's like a little vortex that will help with the energy being distributed throughout the body. The hands can be placed on the thighs. If you feel secure with your hands touching your legs, then that's the one for you. The other way that you can do it is you can put your palms up, and that's known for receptivity, palms down for groundedness. You can also put one hand inside the other and hold a little basket, and that's for receiving if you're needing something, you're needing energy to receive. Let the shoulders come forward, up, all the way up to the ears, back, and down. Feel an opening of this whole area, the heart chakra, a time when perhaps it feels a little shut down. Let the head and neck migrate back a little bit so that the ears are in alignment with the shoulders. And then ever so gently take the chin and let it bow down, working its way towards the heart, ever so slightly, just to get a beautiful little relief or stretch in the cervical spine of the neck. Let the eyes be cast down to the earth if you're needing grounding, or go to the horizon line if you have neutrality, you want to be in the middle. And if you want to be uplifted, let your eyes rise up. And so many studies indicating that when we do that, it enlivens and lightens the spirit. And here we're going to grow our breath before we do the breath of life or the breath of joy. We're going to start coming into noticing our breath. So eyes can be closed, eyes could be open, and you could have either gaze upward or gazing downward or gazing to the horizon. If your eyes are closed, you can also go right between the eyebrows, called the third eye or the eye of intuition. A very beautiful place to reside when asking for guidance, not sure what to do. So starting to grow our breath, we let the abdomen distend, and we relax it as we take oxygen into the bottom of our lungs, the middle, and then the top. And with the exhalation, the abdominal muscles contract, they pull in, and we get a sensation that the navel is coming close to the spine. And they could be a little uplifting, and that helps to empty out the lungs from the top, the middle, to the bottom. And breathing in, grow the breath. Let each breath be a little deeper than the one before. We do this gradually and lovingly. Feel your feet. Exhaling, we feel the surrender of the breath. We'll take just a few more breaths here, relaxing on the inhalation. Exhalation, some contraction going on in the abdominals. Pick up the rhythm of your breath. Let it be smooth, let it be easy. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Let the jaw be open ever so slightly. Let the tongue be heavy in the bottom of the mouth. A few more breaths. Start to take inventory of the sensations happening in the body. Just noticing, no judgment. Perhaps, there's a sensation in the shoulder, or I'm noticing something happening in my right knee. And just scan the body. Start from the feet all the way up. Work your way up to the head. And just take inventory. Sometimes I could be living in the penthouse of the brain and forget that I'm connected to a body until I do my complete breathing. It's a good way to reset. Like turning off our computers and then rebooting them. Notice the thoughts. It's amazing when I notice the thoughts. Was I really thinking that? It's like a little flash, but I get to notice it when I'm with my breath. Not attaching to anything, let everything just come and go. And we're going to take one breath together, breathing in. We're going to let the arms come to the sides, the backs of the hands sweeping through the air. They're going to be perpendicular to the ground. We're going to push out through the fingertips. Feel that beautiful stretch. And then let the palms come upward. So we have a union between earth and the heavens. That's the definition actually of yoga, a yoke. And we're going to come up as if we're lifting the most beautiful sun in our arms. Lifting up, we're going to start feeling the sides of the body stretching, moving upward. The spine feels at ease. The hands will come together, and with the exhalation, we're going to come down and touch in with the heart. Something easy to miss. Coming and touching in with the heart, the emotions. And just pause here for a breath or two. Begin again with deep breathing. Breathing in, filling the bottom of the lungs, middle, and then top. Exhaling from the top, the middle, to the bottom. Scan one more time as you're breathing, noticing now how things have changed. This too shall pass. Everything comes and goes. I keep it around when I attach to it. My thoughts, things happening in the world around me. How can I be fluid like the breath, letting things come and go? And coming into our breath of joy. The breath of joy is very joyous. I just start smiling when I do the breath of joy, the breath of life. So taking the hands and letting them just come down for a moment. And then it's a movement up. The hands come down. It's a movement to the sides. It's a movement up and a movement down. Now that's demonstrating it. We'll do that a few more times in the chair. So breathing in, arms go up and we look up. Exhaling down, they come to the sides. Inhaling, they come back upward, up again, looking upward, and then coming down and back behind us. Breathing in, up. Exhaling to the sides. Breath in, come up. Exhale out. You can even do a little back bend if you like. And then coming down. Now, if you'd like to stand, I can show you how to do it standing. Standing, it becomes more of a full body workout. As it could also be that in a chair. It all depends how, I love this word, how demonstrative we are. So here, when we're standing, we want to flex the knees. And so it's a breath in, come out, ha, up and down. So when we come down, we're coming down to the knees. So it makes it a total workout. We can get a lot of energy out of the body, especially if confined in small spaces. So breathing in and down, up and side and up 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 and down. Ha, 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 up and side and up and down, up and side and up and down. Ha, in, ha, 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 up and side and up and down, up and side and up and down, up and side and up and down. Ha, ha, I'm going to slow it down. Ha, up and side and up and down. I'm going to sit. Up and side and up and down. Up and side and up and down. I'm going to go in slow motion. gets the energy moving, and then we're going to stop and we're going to come back into Tadasana. Perhaps you're feeling your heart beating a little bit more. We'll put a hand on the heart area, another on the dantian, the energy center right below the belly button. Let's take some breaths in, filling the bottom of the lungs, the middle, the top. Exhaling from the top, the middle to the bottom. Check in with your mood. I can't help but smile when I do the breath of life, the breath of joy. It's very invigorating. It will help you to pass energy, circulate it in the body. Breathe into an area that needs some energy. And you could actually place hands, all the energy generated, so you can place your hands on a part of the body that needs some TLC. It could be shoulders, it could be the heart. And taking a few breaths. Scanning the body and noticing. Thank you so much. May this technique for relaxation and circulating energy benefit you in every way. And we say namaste. Blessings and love. I see the light within you. And when I see the light within you, it reminds me of the light within me. And when we're in that place, it's called amazing grace. Namaste, and hope to see you for our next Mindful Minutes.